They wake up every morning to an alarm they hate, for a job they resent, inside a life they never consciously chose. And the tragedy is, they think this is normal. They think struggle is normal. Living paycheck to paycheck is normal. Having no savings, no ownership, no freedom, normal. They don't question it, because somewhere along the line, society programmed them to believe, just work hard, follow the rules, don't complain, and maybe one day you'll be okay. But here's the raw truth. Most people stay broke forever, not because they're not capable, but because they're mentally domesticated, trained like obedient animals to chase security instead of freedom. They've been conditioned to fear risk, worship comfort, and avoid the one thing that actually creates wealth: responsibility. Not the kind you're forced into, but the kind you choose. You don't get wealthy by clocking in and clocking out. You don't build legacy by playing safe. You don't rise by blending in. You rise when you break the pattern, when you kill the old software running your life, when you wake up and realize no one is coming to save you, because being broke isn't just about money. It's about mindset. And a broke mindset is a prison with invisible bars. It's when you say, that's not for people like me. I could never do that. I'm just trying to survive. You've already lost. You've already handed the steering wheel to fear. Do you know why most people stay broke? Because comfort is addictive. Because suffering, when it becomes familiar, starts to feel like home. And no one escapes a prison they don't realize they're in. But the few who do, they're dangerous. They stop asking permission. They stop waiting for signs. They stop living for approval. And they start building. Every single day, brick by brick, belief by belief. They know success is not found, it's forged through clarity, purpose, relentless discipline, and an obsession with becoming more. That's the difference. Broke people look for jobs. Wealth builders create value. Broke people chase money. Wealth builders attract it by becoming irreplaceable. Broke people trade time for dollars. Wealth builders trade ideas for freedom. This isn't about being rich. This is about not being owned. Owned by a system. Owned by fear. Owned by doubt. Money is just the scoreboard. The real game is power over your own time. And here's the paradox. The people who say money isn't everything usually never had enough to understand what it actually provides. Options. The power to walk away. The freedom to build what matters. The ability to say no to anything that doesn't align. You want that? It starts with belief. And belief begins with responsibility. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming your boss. Stop blaming your upbringing. You're not a victim unless you decide to be. You were born with the same 24 hours as Elon Musk, Oprah, Carnegie, Disney, Jobs. The same time, the same earth, the same human mind. What's different? Vision, relentlessness, and the refusal to settle. Most people don't stay broke because they're unlucky. They stay broke because they never decide to be anything else. They don't read. They don't study wealth. They don't take risks. They spend their time numbing their pain with entertainment instead of attacking it with action. They'd rather be distracted than disciplined. They'd rather be liked than legendary. They'd rather be safe than free. But if you're still listening, you're not like most people. You feel the fire. You know you were meant for more. You just haven't been shown how deep the illusion runs. The illusion that if you follow the path they gave you, it'll lead somewhere different than where it led them. It won't. The system was never built to make you rich. It was built to use your time and your energy to make them rich. So if you want out, you don't just need new habits. You need a new identity. You need to stop being the worker and start being the architect. You need to stop thinking like a cog and start thinking like a creator. You need to stop seeking comfort and start seeking power. The power to own your time. The power to say no. The power to build something that cannot be taken from you. That starts with vision. Ruthless, unwavering clarity about what you want. Not what they told you to want. Not what your parents expected. Not what your peers settle for. What you want. And then you build it. Piece by piece. Day by day. Choice by choice. And you don't stop. You don't ask for guarantees. You don't need motivation. You just decide. Because the difference between broke and free is not talent, not IQ, not luck. It's the decision to believe in your vision more than your fear. And once that decision is made, everything changes.